Hey guys, enough said. Meet the Simmons back with another video. Today we got a video from Stoic Mindset.Instagram. We're talking about parenting. So us as being parents now for almost 22 years. This kind of hit us and want to go over with you guys. I think this guy has some very valid points.
Good points, yeah.
There are 4 seasons. 0 to 5, that's where you're just teaching them discipline. 5 all the way over to about 12, that's where you're training them. 12 to 18, that's where you're coaching them. 18 and over, that's where you're their friend. Do not make the mistake of trying to be their friend when you should be training them. Do not make the mistake to try to be their friend when you should be disciplining them. Don't make the mistake that you also be their friend when you should be their coach. Don't make it, because here's what's happening sometimes. Sometimes, because you're not getting stuff from your spouse, you look for that kind of support and love from your kid, which therefore makes you want the connection with them at an unhealthy level, and you don't even realize it.
Music was loud. sorry about that,
Very
y'all.
loud.
Music was very loud, but he has some great points here. I don't know who this guy is, but I just came across this on IG and thought it was a really good point. You know, we have 3 kids, 21, 19, 16, and with our boys, we're very much, I think I'm still in the coaching phase. I don't know, you know, when he says 18 on it, you can be their friend. I don't know if we fall into that category yet. I don't think we're quite there yet. Because they're in college and they still need a lot of coaching. They still need a lot of mentorship. And I think every kid's different. You know, every kid's different. And you know, some people say I'll never be my kid's friend. What do you think about that?
I think it's how you define it. Like,
yes.
Are we going to, you know, kick it every weekend? Am I going to tell you intimate information that goes on between me and dad? Am I going? No, never. Those are boundaries I think you don't need to cross. But I think, you know, can we go out and spend time together?
I think it boils down. I think the separating line is the amount of, I would say, weight that you give to their words. Let me explain. So
I think I know where you're going.
Yeah, I'm blessed to have both my parents still alive and well. And my father, me and him are very, very close. My mother and I are very close. But my father is not in my day-to-day affairs. He's not telling me how to do this and do that and how to do and why you doing that. That's not his role anymore.
Right.
His role is kind of like, I use it like, I'm a big Star Wars fan, so he's like Yoda. Like he's like Yoda. So my dad, when I'm stuck or I really need some guidance or something like that, he's right there. But on a day-to-day basis, my dad is not involved heavily in my decision-making processes and things. Like he's coached me, raised me, mentored me
because
to the
his
point
principles still stand.
Yes,
like
his principles still.
Yeah.
If my dad were to God forbid pass away, the principles that he placed in me will live on through my children. So I wouldn't say I would say friend. I consider him more of a guide, a mentor, but we definitely have what you would call a friendship. I love talking to my dad, love hanging out with him, spending time with him. But there's always that line. He still has honor in my eyes. His words still have weight. More weight than anybody else's words in my life besides you of course.
Different. I think, like you said, there's certain boundaries and things that safeguards that need to be in place so that you still can respect the fact that you are a father, I am mother, and you are a child, even if you are an adult.
On both ends, there has to be respect. My dad has an immense amount of respect for the man that I've become and the father and husband, and he is very quick to say that. And he even if we may even disagree on something, which is rare, but we have disagreed on certain things, and he respects me enough as a man to say, hey, that's what you believe, then that's what you believe. So of course, it's the internet. So he went down the comments and looked around a little bit. To me, this was completely benign. I thought
People
it was
get
just
mad. Why do you get so mad? Why? And then you gotta tell everybody.
I thought it was just this man's opinion, but I thought it was a good opinion. I thought it was a good opinion. I thought it was very well put.
Great too.
But some people were like, well, I saw one in particular. It looked like it was from a young lady there, and she was saying, you know, why would you discipline your child from 0 to 5?
Shouldn't you show them their place in the world?
No, you need discipline. Because let me show you guys something.
I want you to watch showing them their place in the world, ma'am.
This is what happens. This is what you need to do from 0 to 5. This is what you put up with.
Ow! You have to sleep. No, I want bed. You're sick. No, I'm not. You're sick. No.
down, be quiet.
Leanna, be quiet. And that's absolutely what you, from 0 to 5. I think people don't understand, and I know this whole soft parenting thing. I'm old school. I was born and raised in the backwoods in Mississippi. I did not have, there was no soft parenting where I came from. It was rules, regulations, and stipulations, and if you didn't comply, then there was going to be problems.
I would like to show you guys something. So my husband has this superpower. It's called the power of snap. Would you like to show him your power? What you've done? Yeah.
That's it.
That's what he does. So he's been doing that with our children when the whole 0 to 5. Yes, ma'am. Let us be out somewhere. We out to dinner and they acting up. What's she gonna do? Show him.
Stop.
Whoops.
Whatever you're doing in that moment, stop and take a moment, because the next thing that I do is now you're not gonna like.
Okay, do the snap and then do the movement. Okay, now they're at church. They acting, they jumping around and stuff.
Oh, I'd be like.
So they know to
and
go.
That means to sit down and shut it up.
They stop. They freeze. Look at that.
And I mean, I get it. Everybody, a lot of people, they talk from what they've been through. And a lot of people didn't grow up with a father like me, and they didn't grow up with a father who was loving but also very stern.
Yeah.
And I get it. A lot of people, they say these things because they've known nothing but abuse, or they've known nothing but, or he wasn't there, or mom was very, let them kind of do whatever they want to do. But the thing is, the world doesn't care. This little guy, he's cute as he can be right here, that's gonna be a man one day. And he has to learn discipline. He has to learn that the world does not bend to your will. It doesn't. No matter how much you kick, scream, and cry, the world is not gonna bend your will. And you're on top of that, you're a man. It's hard out here. You can go ahead and cry if you want to and see what happens. Go out, just stay out there and cry and see who really cares about a grown man somewhere crying. They really don't. That's the world that you have to prepare your kids for. And I think a lot of times when people make comments or they see these stuff, they think that you're being harsh. They don't realize how harsh the world really is. And it's not easy. And that 0 to 5 is something else.
DJ Khaled said it best. It's a cold world.
Girl, if you'll stop.
Under love.
And on the back end of this video, you notice he said that sometimes the parents will put the child in the place of the.
I wanted to talk about that. We see that a lot coaching people, coaching clients. Yeah, putting your children in this unhealthy dynamic in when it's time for, let's say it's a single parent, it's time for him to go off and leave for school. Mom doesn't want to let go because now I've put all this onus on this child. Developing an unhealthy relationship or an unhealthy bond, an unhealthy attachment. And it doesn't have to be single parents. I mean, parents that are together.
Oh, I've seen
couples,
it.
It happens
all the time. Yeah, they put
all
the kids.
The time.
We've done whole videos on this.
Yeah.
And they put the kids before everything. It's like, they don't exist outside of the kids. Everything they do is kids. It's called a child-centric marriage.
Yeah.
Everything is about the kids. And so when the kids leave and the house gets quiet,
Hi, who are you?
How are you? Nice to meet you after 20 years. I don't really know you, but I don't really like you either.
Yeah.
I don't really like who you've become. And then you gotta come see us. So you see a lot of that kind of stuff. And it really has, kids are a blessing, and I have loved every minute of being a father, but kids are absolutely can be a deal breaker for your marriage. Great video. I thought he was on point. I don't think he missed one thing, but people have their opinions. Well, with that, that's enough said.